number 5 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to Darlington Raceway, Darlington, South Carolina. So we're here today for the running of the Love's Truck and Travel Stop 500. The 56 laps of racing on tap for you here today, or tonight I should say, on this 1.366 mile egg-shaped racetrack. Both Darlington races are nighttime races this season, as they have been for the last, I don't know how many seasons we've done this series. But let's get for some racing here today. On the pole, it is car 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac, and Zachary Fitzwater. His first pole this season in qualifying at 176 miles an hour. He's alongside car number 9, Jessica Shelton, in the Coors Light Milling Ford. I should say the pole speed, actually is 170 miles per hour, actually is what the pole speed was for this race here at Darlington. Starting in row 2, it's car number 8, the Snickers Buick of the winner in Atlanta, Noah Sewell, in the Snickers Buick, car number 8. Alongside of him, the Daytona 500 champion, Cole Deaver, car number 3, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Third row, car 18, the man who finished second in the 500 at Daytona, it's Ryan Brommer, the Navy Chevrolet. He's alongside number 55, Chris Dollerton, one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's race, the Jasper Engines Pontiac car 55. Going to row number 4, it's car 24. It is Phil Parker, the Team 3 Pontiac. He's alongside Raphael LeDuc, who has our second in-car camera, the number 17 Western Auto Chevrolet. Row number 5, it's car 26, Joshua Osborne, the Quaker State Buick. He's alongside number 2, the Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac of Dylan Young, sits alongside. Row 6 is the Vending Series champion, Quentin Moore, the Motorcraft Ford car 15, and number 75, Laura Chung, the Dinner Bell Oldsmobile. Row 7, car 33, Nathan Ormond in the Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. He's alongside number 6, Cody McGurk in the Folgers Ford. Next row down is car number 43, STP Pontiac. It is Mike Becker sitting inside that machine. He's alongside number 28, Texaco Haviland Ford of Keith Batson. He has our third in-car camera in today's race. Next row down is car 42, Kyle Matthews, who won at Darlington this season. Next year's race has not been run. Why did I say that? Anyway, he won Rockingham this season. Car 42, the Meliella Pontiac. He's alongside number 12, Ryan George, in the Ray Bessis Buick. Will Kyle win Darlington? Will Kyle actually win Darlington? We'll find out in 56 laps. Anyway, going next row down is car 19. It is Jackson Haywood at Tyson Hauling Farms Ford. He's alongside number 52, Seth Cullen, the Alka-Seltzer Pontiac. Next row down has the 2 rookies, Tori Gossett, car 21, who started second in Atlanta but could not convert that to a good finish. She's alongside number 68, Ben Cohen, in the Country Time Oldsmobile. He's alongside. Next row down is car 73. It's another Oldsmobile, the Slim Fast Machine of Carson Gum. He's alongside number 1, another Oldsmobile, Trent Dunham in the Skull Classic Machine. Next row down, number 90, Caleb Fogler, and number 94, Dylan Poteet in the Sunoco Ultra Oldsmobile. Fogler at the wheel of the Ford Motorsport Ford. Next row, number 98, it is Matt McIntyre in a Banquet Frozen Foods Chevrolet. He's alongside number 4, Kodak Film Chevrolet of William Brock. Next row down has another pair of Chevrolets. Number 25, Colin Cropley, hoping to get his season back on track, the Kodiak Machine. He's alongside number 71, Charles Sanford, in the Big Apple Markets Machine. Next row down, number 5, Austin Reed, the Tide Chevrolet. He's alongside number 22, Mitchell Hodak, who won at Richmond the last 2 races ago, the Maxwell House Ford. Next row down is Kat Batson, car 11, the Boiser Ford. Kat is Keith's wife. She's alongside number 7, the AK Racing Ford of Aubrey Scott. Next row down is number 66. It is the Trop Arctic Machine of Eric Monaco. He's alongside number 27, that is Daniel Voiles. Next row down, number 49, Reggie Vogelman, and number 20, Rob Evans, special who had a tremendous run at Rockingham. And starting shotgun is number 10, Alexander Rowe, in the Purelator Chevrolet. So that's your starting lineup for today's race at Darlington. Here comes the command to fire the engines for the Love's Truck and Travel Stop 500 here at Darlington.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
That should be ladies and gentlemen, because we have a lady on the front row for this race as well, too. So pace car leads to go off a pit road with a pace up, but pace up will be back to the start of the race right after this. A Pontiac and a Ford on the front row for this race here today. We should mention 4 races have been run so far. Not only 4 different winners, but also 4 different manufacturers have visited victory lane. A Chevrolet won the Daytona 500, a Pontiac won at Rockingham, a Ford won at Richmond, and a Buick won at Atlanta. Can an Oldsmobile win here today and make it 5 for 5? Well, we'll find out if that should happen here. In 56 laps of racing here, as the pace cars on the pit road. Green flags with the fly here, and we're underway in the Love's Travel Stop 500. And Zachary Fitzwater gets a really good jump on the field here. Jessica Shelton perched into second position. Third right now is Noah Sewell, looking for 2 in a row. As they come down the backstretch now for the first time here. Noah Sewell in third position. Fourth right now is Ryan Brommer. Battle for fifth between Cole Deaver in 3 and Phil Parker in 24. Speeds upwards of over 170 miles an hour. The order of the day here at Darlington Raceway. Jessica Shelton goes to the lead now. Shelton looking to turn her luck around here as they come on the backstretch here. Her best finish so far this season has been a 6th at Rockingham. Sewell in second position now. Here comes Brommer back down the inside. He's got third spot now. That's what we may see all day here. We may see the position exchanging happen here. And now Noah Sewell's going to make a second lead change here. And he'll go to the lead now on lap number 3. So it looks like it's going to be 3 leaders and 3 laps here at Darlington. And we don't know if it's going to be Noah Sewell or Ryan Brommer now. Brommer goes inside. He's got second on Shelton. Now looks for the lead on Brommer, or I should say on Sewell. But not going to be, as Noah Sewell leads his first lap of the race here. So 2 lead changes and 3 different leaders so far. Chris Dawerton's car number 55, the Jasper Engines Pontiac. Dawerton again making his return to the series this season. The season 10 series champion in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. Yes, he is, of course, and by virtue of that, he's already locked into the All-Star race by virtue of being a past season champion, by the way, too. And of course, we'll have that race at Charlotte Motor Speedway just after the 10th race of the season at Sonoma, California. Running right there behind the 15 car of Quentin Moore. Dawerton right now is in 5th position. Moore up ahead of him in 4th. Mike Becker in 5th spot. 7th, I should say. Mike Becker's in 6th position. Cole Beavers in 7th. Kyle Matthews 8th. Raphael LeDuc running in 9th. And Tori Gossett having a solid start to this race so far. She's in 10th place right now as she gets past Jessica Shelton and brings Carson Gum with her in car 73 as they come out of the backstretch in the turns 3 and 4 now. And Shelton hung up on the high side right here. Nathan Foreman gets past Caleb Vogler trying to get past in car number 90, along with the 98 car of Matt McIntyre, the Banquet Frozen Foods Chevrolet. And Colin Cropley, meantime, getting past Dylan Young. Now you're inside with Keith Batson in car 28, the Texaco Haviland Ford. Was running 19th the last time by, following Dylan Young, and Jessica Shelton going backwards now because she cannot find an inside line to get down to. Batson now up to 17th position in the Davey Allison colors. See how fast Keith goes into turn number 3, 181 miles an hour, has to hit the brakes. And down to 157 miles an hour in the middle of 3 and 4. See how it comes off turn number 4 now. It's a draft off the 2 of Dylan Young, 170 miles an hour into turn 3 now, 176 miles an hour into turn number 1, I should say. It used to be turn 3 at Darlington. Down down to 171 miles around the middle of that corner, 172 off the corner. And see how this goes into what used to be 1 and 2, now turn 3 and 4. It's 181 miles an hour into turn number 3, and down to 155 miles an hour that time by for Keith Batson. In his last lap speed, Batson clocks in at 170.254 miles an hour that last time by. He's in 16th position right, 15th, 17th position right now, and a lane change has happened. Ryan Brommer makes it the 4th leader of the day now here at Darlington, and 3 lead changes so far. Quentin Moore and Chris Dollerton running up behind. Brommer in 18, Moore in 15, and Dollerton in 55. Chevy in 1st, Ford 2nd, and Pontiac 3rd. Chevy in 4th, and a Pontiac in 5th with Kyle Matthews. We mentioned Deaver, Matthews, Mitchell Hodak, and Noah Sewell have all won this season here, making and see if we can try to make it 5 for 5 winner-wise, and like I said, if an Oldsmobile wins, it'll be all 5 manufacturers in victory lane this season in the first 5 races of the season. Because like I said, a Chevy won the fight at Daytona, a Pontiac won Rockingham, a Ford won at Richmond, and a Buick won at Atlanta. So if an Oldsmobile, like I said, wins somewhere along the way, we'll have all 5 manufacturers in victory lane this season. Quentin Moore goes to the top spot now as he gets ahead of Ryan Brommer here. It'd be something if an Oldsmobile does win today at Darlington, making it 5 manufacturers in 5 races this season. That way we could have the entire season have all sweep of all manufacturers in victory lane this season, and we're 5 races in. So the odds are that, well, so far you got 2 Oldsmobiles in the top 10, so odds look okay at this point, but still early in the race here. As we're about to complete the 13th lap with Quentin Moore out in front in the Motorcraft Ford. And still got 43 laps remaining in this event, so a lot of racing left to go here at Darlington Raceway. Chris Dollerton is 2nd, with Kyle Matthews 3rd, Raphael LeDuc running 4th, and Tori Gossett in 5th position. Inside now with Raphael LeDuc, the number 17 Western Auto Chevrolet. Raphael, the only Canadian in the field, hailing from the province of Quebec. See how LeDuc drives the strike. He's got the breath off Kyle Matthews, 169 miles an hour in the middle of turns 1 and 2. And is into turn 3, 179, 180 miles an hour into turn number 3, and down to 154 miles an hour, 153 now, coming through the middle of 3 and 4. Foot flat to the 4 now, 159, coming off turn number 4. 174 miles an hour in turn number 1, and down about 169 miles an hour in the middle of 1 and 2. 168 now. I saw that coming down a little bit. One thing you do notice here, it's just like what we saw at Rockingham a little bit earlier in the season here. The tires do. Darlington's a lot like Rockingham. Those 2 tracks, I'm convinced, are made out of sandpaper too, because tires do wear off pretty quick here at both those tracks. We saw it at Rockingham where the speeds fell off significantly on that track here. Darlington, it's about the same characteristic. The tires wear off quick on this track as well too. Except one little thing, that this track's a little bit longer here, 3/10 of a mile longer than Rockingham, and faster speed, so, but nonetheless, it's the same characteristic that the tires wear off a bit quick on this track as well too. Chris Dollerton looking to take the lead away from Quentin Moore. It is an 11-car breakaway in the front pack right there. Now the second pack's closing up here, led by 12th place Cole Deaver. Then it's Brommer, Sewell, Reed, Eric Monaco, Reggie Fogelman, and Mitchell Hodak. So top 18 cars are single file right now at Darlington Raceway. But they are close together here. Let's see how. We'll check and see this time by how far back 18th place is to the leader. As it's plenty close here in this track. Quentin goes by now, and now comes Hodak here, 2.12 seconds between first and 18th. Actually, 2.66 seconds here between first and 20th, and less than 3 seconds between first and 22nd, which is Jessica Shelton. As she is followed behind Charles Sanford in car number 71. There is that last car in the pack right there. And she's got a little bit of racetrack back to 23rd place, Joshua Osborne in car 26. Jessica, a winner at Darlington. She's won this race. She's won this track twice, both times in the Southern 500, but never the first race. And now Quentin Moore and Rafaela Duke both have been caught up in the high side. And now Chris Dollerton looks to lead his first lap of the race, and he will do so. So move the Texas Terror up to the top spot. Well, one of the Texas Terrors in the field, along also with Carson Gum, Trent Dunham, and Ben Cohen. All those drivers from the Lone Star State down, including one leading the pack right now. Matthews is second, and Tori Gossett having another solid day, running in third position in that 21 car. Carson Gum in fourth position, Nathan Orman in fifth, and how about Caleb Vogler has moved his way up to sixth place now in that number 90 car. Caleb started off season with the Daytona in the seventh place run on the Daytona 500. Has kind of tailed off slightly, but he hopes to get himself back into the top 10, finishing top 10s here, and trying to get some more wins under his belt. Second season driving the Don Levy team, had lost his sponsor Public Supermarkets. They decided to leave the team after last season, so that was quite a blow for the Fogler team. But they soldiered on, and they're going to try to soldier on the season there, and so far so good for that number 90 bunch. Apparently their performance has not been lost throughout this portion of the season, as now Kyle Matthews goes for the lead on Dollerton. There, Gossett trying to go with Matthews to come out the fourth turn now. Gossett decides to stick with Dollerton. That may prove to be a mistake as they go into turn number one there, and it was there. And Matthews just gives Dollerton a bit of a tap going into turn number one. And unfortunately for Gossett, her sticking with Dollerton was a mistake, and it's going to put those two up on the high side. And Matthews goes to the lead, and he'll become I think he's become the sixth different leader in this race so far. We're here on lap 25. Dylan Young making his way up to the field now. The number 2 car, he's up to 8th position now in the Miller Genuine Draft Ford, or Pontiac, I should say. That car's been a Ford before. And don't look now, but here comes that number 3, Cole Deaver, the Daytona 500 champion. And now Dollerton and Gossett's going to have the same problem that we saw Quentin Moore and Rafaela Duke have about a few minutes ago. That's what it's like to be up on the high side of the racetrack here at Darlington, where with no place to go here, as you see the 18 car Brian Brommer move up ahead, and now Darlington does move ahead, and he gets back on the inside lane. So this round didn't cost Darlington really all that much. He drops to, let's see, Darlington clocked right now in 9th position. So Darlington didn't really lose all that much positions as compared to some of the others. Darlington's last lap this time by is 168.204 miles an hour. His best lap, 169.73 miles an hour for the number 55 Jasper Engines Pontiac. There it is there on the racetrack right now. and give a call to the 5 car. Austin Reed up to the 10th position on the Tide Chevrolet. Trying to do the same thing Ricky Rudd did in the first Darlington race in 1991. That was win the event. Reed looking pretty good right now at this point in 10th place right now in that machine. And now Carson Gum and Matt McIntyre both caught up in the high side now in the 73 and 98 cars. And Carson gets a line to the inside lane, falls behind Dylan Young. And meantime, Cole Deaver, Ryan Brommer, and Chris Starton all trying to get past the 98 car and throw Austin Reed in that bunch too, in that orange number 5. Quentin Moore and Eric Monaco having a battle right now. The 1566 cars, they're running 11th and 12th right now. Quentin had said going into Darlington, he said that he told his team they better get their they better work on their qualifying setup here, because their qualifying setup has not been the best in the first few races of the season here, and it proved to be in this race at Darlington proved to be the turnaround as he started 11th in this race here today, and started coming right now sitting in 11th position right now. He's led a lap so far. But the team apparently it's made some huge strides on the qualifying setup. Matt McIntyre now getting by Nathan Orman, and here comes the battle for the lead, possibly developing here. Kyle Matthews in 20 and 42, and Caleb Fogler in number 90. Down the backstretch in turn 3 so far, caution free so far here at Darlington. They're averaging just under 167 miles an hour here in this track. Dylan Young in 3rd, Carson Gum 4th, and Cole Deaver up to 5th. Matt McIntyre back to 9th position, Nathan Orman in 10th, and now another pack is caught up behind Quentin Moore. There's Raphael Leduc right now in the number 17 Western Auto Machine. You're riding with Raphael right now. Raphael running in 14th position right now in the Western Auto Chevrolet. Ahead of him, Kat Batson in car number 11, running in 13th position right now. The wife of Keith Batson. Keith right now currently running in the 30th position in car 28, so not a good day for Keith at this moment right now. And there's a look from inside Keith Batson's machine. Trying to get a draft off the 30 car of Zachary Fitzwater, who was the pole sitter for the event, and he's only led one lap in this race there, but he too has fallen back big time. He's dropped to the 29th position in the Pennzoil Pontiac. There's a look at Keith in car 28. Seth Cole back there in 31st position. 32nd is Cody McGurk. Dylan Poteet, 33rd. William Brock, 34th. Jackson Haywood. Jessica Shelton, way back in 37th position. Laura Chung and Trent Dunham not having a good day neither in that one car. And Rob Evans bringing up the rear in 39th position. So you got some big names back there too here at Darlington Raceway, man. So far chasing Kyle Matthews, who's trying to become the first repeat winner this season. He won, remember, in dominating fashion at Rockingham for the 3rd race in the road down at that track, I should say. He's trying to go for a Darlington win here, and he's got 18 laps to try to hold them all off. Vogler staying right there behind. There's he. So far, no change among the top 10 positions right now. Nathan Norman trying to go inside of McIntyre. There's Monaco. There's Batson. There's LeDuc. Gossett. Cropley. Charles Sanford in there. Joshua Osborne. Aubrey Scott. Noah Sewell. Daniel Boyles and Ryan George up behind. And there you see Mike Becker coming in the picture in the 43 car. 23 cars trying to get in line here. And Becker right now currently sitting 3.39 seconds back in the leader here, whereas the 12 car of Ryan George is 2.84 seconds back in the leader. And Cropley hung up to the high side now, and another car's got movement hung up to the high side. It's Cole Deaver, and Kyle Matthews has lost the lead now to Caleb Vogler in number 90, and now he goes to the top spot. Caleb Vogler in the Ford Motorsport Ford car number 90 out in front. Fastest lap of the race so far being set by Raphael LeDuc right now, 170.863 miles an hour. Top 10 laps all over 170 miles an hour here at Darlington Raceway. But the laps have fallen off, not substantially, but but just a slight bit though. As we explained earlier, the tires wear off at Darlington, much like we saw earlier this season at Rockingham. Like I said, I'm convinced those two tracks have kind of same kind of concrete on those tracks as well too, or same kind of asphalt surface, I should say, at this track. But Dylan Young all over that back bumper, that number 90 car, and he's got Carson Gunn back there as well too, and same with the 18 of Ryan Brommer, all trying to pull ahead of Chris Dallerton and Austin Reed, and the 98 car of Matt McIntyre here. Matt McIntyre, here comes Carson Gunn for the top for second position. He's got it. Ryan Brommer getting past. Here comes Dallerton and Austin Reed both. And Dylan Young being shoved to the high side now. Dylan thinking, what just happened? The car got loose a little bit, I guess, obviously. Or somebody got him loose. Whatever happened. You saw how slow Dylan was through that corner. 148 miles an hour through that corner here. And Ryan Brommer, meantime, going inside. Whoa, Matt McIntyre just about touched Dylan Young going into turn number 1. That would not have been pretty. We saw Kyle Matthews and Chris Dallerton did that just a little bit earlier. Now what's Carson Gunn going to do right now? We have less than 10. We're going to be coming down for 10 laps to go this time by Darlington. As the Love's Truck and Travel Stop 500 coming down to it. That completed lap number 46, 10 to go. Pontiac in first, Oldsmobile running in second place. Then Chevrolet's third and fifth with a Pontiac sandwich in between in fourth. On board, Chris Dallerton's car 55, looking to get his first victory of the season. Running behind Ryan Brommer in third spot, and here comes a couple of moves being made at this point of the track right now. Into turn number 3, 179 miles an hour, not quite as much speed as we saw going in turn 3 this time by. And here comes Carson Gunn going for the lead on Caleb Vogler, and Chris Dallerton's got the best seat in the house. He goes for the Dallerton's got the best seat in the house as he has watched Carson Gunn go to the lead now. Caleb Vogler dropping back now. The number 90 car. Can he come back throughout this race here? Ryan Brommer second position and Dalton in third. So you got Texas drivers first and third right now. Or it could be 1-2 because here comes Dalton inside of Brommer and he's got it. Now what's Chris Dalton going to do with Carson Gum? Dalton trying to close up, and he does so, going into turn number 3 here in the back bumper of that Oldsmobile. Ooh, that's close. And it looks like caution number 1's flown. Yes, it has. Caution's flown on lap 51, and it's Trent Dunham and Charles Sanford who's crashed. So we went caution-free in the first 49 laps of this race, and now all of a sudden we got a shootout. Take a look as to what happened. It's coming out on lap number 50 of the event. And it was the 11 car of Cat Besson put Charles right into Rafael Dugan. Look at Mike Becker up into the catch fence. Oh my gosh. And another car was upside down. What? Oh my gosh, we got a mess. I think the better question is who didn't crash here. That's a better question. Let's take a look at what happened here. There's Ryan George right there back there. Oh my gosh. Seth Cole, Jackson Haywood, Aubrey Scott, Jessica Shelton slams into the 4 car of William Brock. He's up and over. Look at Seth Cole just barrel rolling. Come on, turn number 2, the 52 and the 4 cars. And it's the second time the 4 car's been on his roof this season. We saw him on the roof at Daytona. A bad crash in turns 1 and 2 at Darlington on lap number 50. That is a horrific deal. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what all can happen at Darlington. And I mean, and very, very quick too. I mean, one of the worst crashes we've ever had in the Castrol GTX Cup Series on this racetrack. You know, and it's taken out a lot of really good cars out of this race here. Potentially good cars here. Go through the attrition list first here. Phil Parker is out of the race, so is Mike Becker, so is Rafael Leduc, Charles Sanford, Aubrey Scott, Mitchell Hodak, Colin Cropley, Seth Cole, Jackson Haywood, Trent Dunham, and William Brock all out of the race here. 28 cars remain in this race, and all of them on the lead lap, and we'll have the race and pace cars already on pit road right now. We'll have a 2-lap shootout. Can Carson Gum hold them all off for his first victory of the season? None of Chris Darlington's going to have anything to say about that. Or the cars behind him, the green flag's about to fly. Lap 55. We have 2 laps to go. We talked about 4 manufacturers and different manufacturers winning in the first 1 race of the season. Carson Gum is driving an Oldsmobile. We could have it all. We have all 5 win in the first 5 races of the season. But he's got to hold them all off for 1 more lap here. Chris Darlington hungry as ever. Darlington hungry for his first victory of the season. So is Brommer. So is Austin Reed. White flag waves. 1 lap remaining. Darlington comes to the inside. Carson Gum shuts the door on him. Backstretch now. Half a lap remaining here. Darlington, does he have anything? Heading into turn 3 now. No action being taken yet. Come out the 4th corner now as they come to the start-finish line now. Here, Darlington goes inside, but it's not going to happen. Carson Gum wins the Love's Truck and Travel Stop 500. As the number 73 Slim Fast Oldsmobile goes to victory lane. And how about this? 5 races into the season, and all 5 manufacturers running this season have all won a race. A Chevrolet won at Daytona, a Pontiac won at Rockingham, a Ford won at Richmond, a Buick won at Atlanta, and now an Oldsmobile has won at Darlington. What are the odds of that even happening to start the season off? Not only 5 different manufacturers, but 5 different winners to start the season off as well too. Carson Gum did what he needed to do to hold him off, got the restart he needed to hold off Chris Darlington and Ryan Brommer, and takes the victory here today in the Love's Truck and Travel Stop 500. 99 thousandths of a second the margin of victory in today's event. Average speed 142.063 miles an hour. That's the average speed here in this event. Darlington comes home 2nd, Ryan Brommer 3rd, Austin Reed 4th, Matt McIntyre 5th, Dylan Young 6th, Eric Monaco with a great day for the 60-16 finishes 7th. Caleb Fogler comes home in 8th position. Cole Beaver 9th, and Quentin Moore with a 10th place run. And Cat Batson 11th. Daniel Voiles 12th. 13th will go to Noah Sewell. Joshua Osborne with a solid 14th in today's event. 15th will go to Dylan Poteet. Kyle Matthews 16th. Cody McGurk 17th. Alexander Rowe 18th. Tori Gossett 19th, and 20th. We'll go to the pole sitter, Zachary Fitzwater. Nathan Orman, 21st, I should say, excuse me. Keith Batson, 22nd. Then Ryan George, Laura Chung, Ben Cohen, Rob Evans, Reggie Fogelman, and Jessica Shelton was the last finisher in today's event in 28th position. Cars out of race again. Phil Parker, Mike Becker, Rafael Leduc, Charles Sanford, Aubrey Scott, Mitchell Hodak, Colin Cropley, Seth Cole, Jackson Haywood, Trent Dunham, and William Brock. And no wonder with Seth Cole, William Brock, Mike Becker, and Jackson Haywood, all 4 of those cars flipped in that race. And I mean, and hard too. Just, like I said, as we saw it in the replays, there was just a tremendous crash at Darlington. And I tell you what, I don't know what, that was some crazy stuff here. And I know it's just a game that we do here. I know it's just a video game, but it just gives you an idea how bad a crash you have on a track like this, especially at speeds upwards of 165 to 170 miles an hour on a track like that. And thank goodness, of course, nobody gets hurt or dies in that crash, or nobody dies, I should say, in that crash. But it still gives you an idea how bad it can get on any given racetrack. But glad that all those drivers are okay, but. Of course, still get those cars. Of course, they have until the next time we go to Darlington. They'll have a lot of time before we go to Darlington. For the next time we go here for the Southern 500, which will be which I believe will be the 23rd race of the season. season. And in the meantime, all those drivers will prepare for the next race on the tour at Bristol Motor Speedway for the Food City 500. But congratulations once again to Carson Gum, the winner of the Love's Truck and Travel Stop 500. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races. We got gaming videos. We got inner online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, the main series on his channel. And if you want in on future seasons of Seth's series, be sure to get with Seth and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out our other channel that's NNSCRA Offline. That channel being X86753985X. It's Dylan Young's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Bowl Cup Series. And also check out the channel that he and Kyle Matthews collaborated in doing called We the Coasters. If you are a roller coaster / theme park / amusement park fan, then We the Coasters is a channel for you. And subscribe to that channel for some cool stuff there. And also as I mentioned, subscribe to this channel you're watching here, the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, for some good stuff as well too. So that will do here today at Darlington. For now, it's James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 11 years of offline race at its best. We'll see you at Bristol for the Food City 500.